Robert Esuka Endely ejo lembene meno meromeleli mulanji ya makongo na nyange oka iya silo makongo ejo roya maliwa Mola Mbua Sami Mbumbe monsieur le délégué iya matandolo Mbua nyanga ndao Chief Motia Enjila ya FAKO ojo lembene Chief Ngaje Bolua woke beyo mungu His Royal Highness Chief Mola Mongombe Smith Becker, Alaska. The Duke of Onyalionga Dr. Philip Mokokoli Singh. Omanya mono ape mono e motuketia Imananga na jeni ape mono e motuketia Wambe uwa dikombene ape mono e motuketia Aya o 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 Wakara lita morongoronga la langilowa de katende morongorongo wanu wabako imazangwa tuele zangwa tuele
Buea o Endely muka Endely Gevashus Endely Matthias di baba Endely Endely Kenya Why Kenya Yungala Kenya Yavelene Bana Ango FAKO America on Wajili Didi Bede ya Munya Kete ya Uwe Ewa kumene yavelene Imwema ajani mwema muwe Alikumbeneni Alikea Aende bu Enyo ilaemane o na ndio ambamba wako ama ilipia uri ya abenya itani litena elele imbamba ja kwana ni mawa alikumbene enyo ilaemane enyo anje banyona
So glad that Jesus loves me. Jesus loves me. Jesus loves me. I am so glad that Jesus is you as our God, our Creator, the one who has destined us to be here at this time. Lord, we acknowledge your power in this gathering as we pray. Lord, we thank you for our chief, our paramount chief. Your word says you are the one who puts down one and puts up another. Lord, you have placed him in this position.
Caring. I know the Bakure man in our past, Jobi Maijama Tumbana. Our prayer is that you come here and you go back peacefully, safely back to your destination. So we're very thankful again for this occasion. Our paramount chief is going to give us a word of advice that all of us are going to abide by. But for now, I just want to say welcome. We're happy for you and we are very glad for you. As a Bakure man, I've never been happy to see my chief the way you were received in Cameroon and the way you've been received in America. This is just a continuation, but this is your home. So we're very happy you've come here and the Bakure people have showed up to welcome you.
Joe, and Buea. In Bakure land, there is a bird that is called koka. I don't know the name of the bird in English because English is not my first or second or third language. But koka is a bird because in Bakure we don't have the weatherman. So koka is a bird that chants at 6 a.m. in the morning, it chants at midday, it chants at 6 p.m. It's a bird that tells the weather. And so when the women who normally go up to the mountain in the morning to do their farming, before they go, they wait for koka to sing. So the Bakure man over the time created a song for that. say, Wotongi Koka, Wotongi Koka, Wolote, Wotongi Koka. It means that if the coca by chance, guaranteed it's going to be a good day. What that means is that the love I have seen you show me here, the coca has sung. It must be a good day. If it starts with the coca singing at 6 a.m., we are guaranteed for a good day. Wotongi koka, wolote.
Wotongi koka,
Wotongi koka, wolote.
wotongi koka, wotongi koka, wolote, wotongi koka.
And boy, hey! There is another thing in Bakpere where in Bakpere we don't have weightlifters. So we look at you, we look at your wrists and your arms, and we see a lot of veins there. We know that you're a very powerful man. So, in an event where something big happens, the Bakpere man say, Abanji Billy, Ebanja Obi Merira. Merira means veins. There's a guy in town here called Mola Mongombe. Mosisa actually means veins. He was named after, means he's a strength, a powerful man. So the Bakpere man says, Abanji Billy, Obi Merira. Abanji Billy, oh, Abanji Billy, Obi Merira. Abanji Billy, Obi Merira. And boy, hey, Ikbili is what the Bakpere man calls burdens. When they say Abanji Billy, it means he has surmounted his burdens because he's a very powerful man. I want to express my sincere gratitude for you all coming here today, the organizers of this event, and traditional groups here present, Your Majesties here present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank the FAKO America community, friends of Buea in the United States, and the organizers of this reception for the enthusiasm with which you all supported my coronation as Paramount Chief from the 15th to the 19th of March 2022. I wish to congratulate you all for your dynamism in promoting the Bakpere culture at home in Cameroon and here in the United States. For those of you who don't know Buea, Buea is a beautiful city at the foot of a famous mountain called Mount Cameroon. And Buea holds a significant place in the history of our country. It used to be the capital of German Cameroon and was also the capital of West Cameroon upon reunification with our brothers in East Cameroon. Above all, Buea remains the land of our ancestors, prominent amongst which was the famous mountain warrior called Kubali Kenya, who was my grandfather. And we remember the story of Kubali Kenya's brazen war against the Germans, and he pushed the Germans backwards when they tried to colonize Buea the first time. You know, during my reign as Paramount Chief, therefore, my vision is to reignite the relationship between the diaspora and the local community back home. As a major traditional ruler of my tribe, my plan is to broker deals for you all here locally to facilitate either your access to suitable land for investment or to help you authenticate the acquisition of such properties so that nobody dupes you. I have found out that it's better done when people are organized, like in FAKO America, than if people come individually. So my goal is to increase the visibility of FAKO America itself. And I did that during my coronation. I gave them the pride of place for them to come and talk, not just to give them visibility, but also to get the population of Buea to hear what FAKO America has to offer, government officials, local and administrative officials, to hear the vision of FAKO America, and I think they did a wonderful job in that. FAKO America remains the oldest FAKO diaspora organization, without doubt. This is the 27th year of FAKO America in existence, and I am particularly proud of this organization and its leadership. I understand that this is an election year in FAKO America, and the election years for all organizations where the presidency is always a coveted post is always turbulent. So for the next president of FAKO America, I will give you the same advice that I got when I took the throne. Because for everything that you do, make sure it's justifiable, it's defendable, and it's for the common good of the people. If you meet those three tenets, you can always stand in the middle of this hall and raise your head up without fear, because you've done what is right, what is for the common good, and you can defend it. You know, as Cameroonians, we always ask ourselves the question of how to make our country the magnet in which it grows and retains its own people. You know, when our people go and apply for visas, you know, some of the, if you want to hear some of the most torturous questions for any human can exist when you go and apply for a visa to come, maybe to the US. They ask you the age of your grandfather or your great-grandfather. Some kind of impossible questions that, you know, no one can ever guess that they'll ask you. But on the dinner table in most Cameroon homes, so when people go, I see parents take their children to the airport to see them off, either at the Douala airport or at the Simaland airport. You always hear a mother crying and telling the child, go, don't come back. Just go. As you go like this, don't come back. I think that we are contradicting our own age-old, quintessential African proverb that says home is home. You know, Prince Nicole, the famous Cameroon Nigerian singer, sang that, you know, if you told the world, north, east, west, and south, the last place where you go, now your home. Home remains home to us. And it's all of us, our collective responsibility to make sure that we reverse that anomalous situation of, you know, people always leaving our home, coming here. We have to find a way back to our homeland. The FAKO diaspora can be the game changer in this plan to make Cameroon attractive again, because let's take a simple example. There are about 400 million Africans in diaspora. That's a conservative number that I've given you. For 400 million Africans, if we each contributed $1,000 each to Africa a year, it will be more than $3 trillion, which is above the GDP of the state of California. It means that for every loan that Africans take from the World Bank or the name any bank, Africans can actually loan their countries money, and without strings attached. Take an example of FAKO alone. There are about 10,000 FAKO children in the diaspora. If each of them contributes $1,000 a year, $100 a month, a year, let's say 4,000 of those 10,000 disappoint us, only 6,000 contribute. That would be 3 billion francs that we're pumping back to FAKO every year. We can virtually do anything we want to do if we decide to do it, without the government. So this is my plan for FAKO. Now that we know that it's possible, we can raise the money. One of my visions for FAKO and Buea is to make Buea this socio-cultural and economic development hub for FAKO division in total. My focus is primarily on women and children at the grassroots. Now my strategy is twofold. First thing is that we revive Ambando cultural event, which is an annual cultural event that happens, we make it yearly. The second thing is to build a multi-purpose FAKO cultural center. Now, the Mbando itself will be the one thing that brings us all together each year. Other tribes have this. The Doualas have it, which they call Dengondo. The Bamoons have it, which they call Dengondo. In fact, during my coronation, the Sultan sent a group of people to come and see me because the Sultan cannot leave the palace until September because he's still mourning his father. And they told me that for the Ngoni that they organize every year, their budget is 2 billion that they spend. They have a cultural village. Maybe I shouldn't use this. I want to talk from my heart. So, they have a cultural village that they built. That they celebrate their Ngoni every year. Their budget is 2 billion. How do they raise 2 billion every year? Because they've succeeded in organizing themselves in a way that other tribes have not. The Ministry of Culture, when they do the annual state budget of the Ministry of Culture, the Ngon have part of that budget because they know it's an annual thing. The Ministry of Culture in Cameroon State gives them money. Ngondos also have that as part of their budget. But the people of Ngondos have gone a little further. What they've done is that every business that comes to Littoral Province contributes a percentage of their annual income to the Ngondo every year. This is what Ambando will do. When we rekindle Ambando that I plan to start, every company that comes to work in FAKO division, there are a number of things you can do. But I want you to add salt and pepper to this. This is just my own, what I'm proposing. One, they must employ at least 4 Okwe children. Guaranteed. We are the custodians of our land. We have to enforce it. That they employ, it doesn't matter whether it's a university or a teaching school or a kenkalery or a bank. Every day when the bankers come and see me in my palace, the first thing I ask them, how many Bakri children have you employed? We are not doing this as people who are tribalistic. The Jews do this. That's how they survive. The Ethiopians do this all the time in their country. We are not out of place demanding for our own. So the Mbando will have 3 phases. The Mbando will have the cultural phase, traditional phase, which is strictly for us, the chiefs, to do some technical and mystical things. And then there is the cultural part, which is where I want everybody to come in and participate in that cultural part. There is another part that I'm calling the covenant. That is where I want all the best brains in FAKO to come in. This is when we sit down every year and we decide on a few things. We say, this year in FAKO, this is what we want to do. We don't only want each business in FAKO to employ 4 of our children mandatorily, but we also want that each business in FAKO will contribute 2% of their profits to the Mbando, because that's how we fund our palaces. The only reason why some chiefs sell land is because they cannot fund their palaces. I live in a palace. It's expensive to fund the palace. Everybody comes to the palace for everything because it's the palace. People bring their hospital books every morning. People don't have food come there every morning. You are the king. You cannot say no. We have to help to fund those palaces so that our chiefs don't do what they are not supposed to do that we hate. That is one. The second thing, like I said, is our multi-purpose cultural center. It will not just be a hall like this where we come and dance. It will have a cultural library. It will have a museum. It will have banquet halls. It will have offices. It will have a shrine. It will have car park for over 100 people. It will be a sprawling multi-purpose center in the modern world, where I even want to create a room where doctors have come to me from England that they want to come to Buea and perform surgery as on a volunteer basis once every year. I want to create space there where I say this year the delegation of doctors are coming from the UK. They'll use this place to consult, perform surgery here, and they go back. It's not a hospital. We are not trying to replace the Buea General Hospital or the Buea Healthcare Center. But we already have the capacity to do that because the math is in our favor that we can raise money for such a purpose. One of my goals is to make sure that your children here, if they come back to Cameroon, they don't feel out of place and mommy, let's go back because things there are not the way things are here. We can create the same kind of library that I've seen in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, in Buea. Like I said, we can raise 3 billion a year on a conservative basis to do this. The multi-purpose center that the Ngondo people built in Douala, mostly sponsored by Dangote, is 7 billion. I am going on the conservative side. I will only spend 3 billion for ours. Even if it takes us 4 years to do it, we can do it. Because this is one thing that will not perish. The land that I'm going for, I've already spoken to the SDO, I've spoken to the DO, I've spoken to the delegate of lands and surveys of the entire region, and we are going for 5 hectares of land in a prime location. Because the elders in Buea told me that if the Bakri people, for the first time, they want to build something that is not tied to a village, it's general for the Bakri people, then we have to go for land that is in a prominent location in Buea. We have seen it. It's the sprawling land, it's in a very strategic place in Buea. The 5 hectares that I'm going to ask for, we will not need all the 5 hectares. We'll probably need 1 hectare. But as a leader, my eyes are set 10 years ahead of time, not today. I have to think of these children, that they will probably come with ideas better than mine, and they don't have to go back and start looking for land. Because we, as good leaders, have already made that provision for them, for land for the future, for the next 20 years. If our forefathers had done this, I would not be looking for land now. So we have to do better than our forefathers in securing these children's own vision for the future. Now, to round up all what I've said here, when I return to Cameroon, I'm hoping that all of you will buy into this vision. And we are starting with Buea, not just because Buea is where I was born. No, for a number of reasons why we've chosen to start with Buea. One, Buea, whether you like it or not, it remains the base for the FAKO man. Iyanje Tamali Banje, who founded Buea, settled in Buea. Puvali Kenya, my grandfather, the brazen warrior, was a Buea man. Buea has the FAKO mountain. Buea has the Reunification Monument. Buea has the best German architecture in Africa, the Lodge, the Prime Minister's Lodge that I've seen some people advertising on my trip to Buea. It's in Buea. Buea also has the best, the Cameroon film industry and the music industry are actually based now in Buea. All these Salatel, Daphne, Mr. Leo, all of them started in Buea. Buea is also the hub of software development in West Africa. What they call Silicon Mountain is in Moliko. If you want your software developed from here, you want to make an app, call in Moliko, they'll make it for you and send. So with all this, we want to put our center in an environment that actually is dynamic, but they also complement each other. The goal is that when we finish with Buea, then we start creating libraries in all the other strategic locations in FAKO. So go to Limbe, put a satellite library there, go to Tiko, put another one there, go to Moyuka, and put another one there. Now, what I have done, I don't expect only you people to contribute this morning. There's some work I've already started doing to raise this money, independent of you. I am contacting all the embassies that are linked to Buea. I've spoken with the Belgian ambassador. He came and visited me in my palace. And I told him that while we want a language center and a multi-purpose center, we don't only want to teach Mokwe language. It should be a multilingual center where people from all places come and learn their language there. So the Belgians should come there and invest in part of the building where they'll teach Flemish. So people want to go to Belgium, the ambassadors, I say send them to Buea to go learn Flemish, because in our center, they teach Flemish there. The Germans, who have their history so tied to the FAKO people, there's a fountain we are called the Bismarck Fountain by somebody called Otto von Bismarck's Konhosen. That's a man who never ever stepped foot in FAKO land in Buea, not even in Cameroon. He was a German ambassador, a German chancellor, but because the governor in Buea really liked him, he created a fountain for him. The Germans have buildings, the Buea Mountain Club, all those are German buildings. I want the German embassy to see themselves in Buea as contributors to the development of the place that they started. So we will approach them. I've already written to the British High Commissioner. Him and I are chatting already. That the British and the FAKO people, their histories are tied together. My father was made Order of the British Empire, OBE, by the Queen herself, who decorated my dad. So the Queen should contribute to this big venture that we want to do. It's not too much to ask for the Queen to contribute its own land. Alfred Secker, the famous British missionary and sailor, has a big statue in Limbe by the SDO's office in FAKO. At least he even came to FAKO. Bismarck never came to FAKO. I want to go even beyond that. I want to go beyond that. FAKO right now, we are seeking for project writers, we are seeking for web developers, we are seeking for architects, anybody in the diaspora who thinks he can contribute, he or she can contribute to this project. We need your help. Whatever skill you have, please bring it. We will make provision for you to shine in this building. It's the only thing that will lead back to our children, and we are convinced that we have done one thing where when we die, that too will not perish. Our organization, FAKO America itself, is strong. But we need to go beyond that and start putting tangible things on the ground. Every other tribe has a multipurpose center in Cameroon. Some even in Buea. We don't have. Why? I don't blame anybody. I just think the leadership to bring the people together wasn't there. We now have the leadership. So we must all wake up and do this. We must do it now because the iron is hot. This is the right time to do it. Everybody who has a skill of any kind, we need it. This is the time for brain gain in FAKO, no more brain drain. It's a time for us to use the knowledge that we have gained in America and Europe, repatriate that knowledge to our country and use it. I am there to make sure it works. I'll move the bolts and the pillars of government to make sure it works. There is an African proverb that I like so much. It says that when a river gets to the sea, it loses its name. It's no more called the Mississippi when it gets to the ocean. At the ocean level, nobody knows what river. That's how I want us to see this. That as individuals we bring a contribution, and when we make this center what it is, it will not be that Chief Esuka Endely was the one who contributed to make the center. It will not be that it's Prof. William Benji, because it will be an ocean for the Bakri people who will all flourish in it. Now, I have my sister who is a nurse at the Buea General Hospital. And one day I went to go see her. There was a little girl who was about 6 years old. I think she too had come to be consulted. I normally go see my sister at the hospital just to boost her morale a little bit. But the chief has come, my brother chief has come, and she feels very happy. And so the little girl came and sat beside me while I was waiting for my sister. And she said, I hear you're a doctor. I said, yeah, that's true. I'm Dr. Endely. And she said, can you treat malaria? I said, no. She said, can you treat typhoid? I said, no. I said, you must be a very stupid doctor then. I said, oh, man. But if what I have said tonight, you think it is stupid, please be a little more gentle when you tell me that again. Thank you very much.
Are
Dr. Robert Esuka Endely Naliomo 1. This is Naliomo Ngakarati. Mutami. Makane. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. So a lot of people when they hear me sing, they are like, that's our Douala boy. Ibane. But I'm not Douala boy, I'm a Bokwe boy. And we have a lot of melodies. So tonight I'm going to sing something titled Mokona. This one, Kumba. This two, Kumba. Simon Ibe. No. These people who have forgotten who they are. Kumba. Simon Ibe.
is not me, Mola Mongombe. It is FAKO America. You always need a leader. You always need a champion. But it is FAKO America. I want to make it clear. And I want to say congratulations to FAKO America for doing what they did. Here in Minnesota. So tonight is the night of having a good time. We're going to dance cha-cha, Lingombi, Malay. Okay, now this is the part. When the time for Malay comes, please hold the young ones.
I want to say thank you to all the invitees. Thank you for all the people who travel far, and also for those who are on their way here. We are happy to have you in Minnesota. We are very energized. We are very focused on what we want to achieve. For that, I want to say thank you to all the FAKO Minnesota members. Please, can you stand up, please? Please, FAKO Minnesota members, please. Please. Please stand up. Thank you so much. For all the members of FAKO America, we want to say thank you for the support. Thank you for all the things that you've done to make this occasion smoothly. I want to also thank the president of FAKO America, Mola Mongombe. Please stand up, please. Thank you so much.
So thank you so much for being here, and we're grateful for all of you. Thank you.
To you all. Thank you so much for being here today to attend this very memorable FAKO America convention. The members of FAKO America have come a long way to hosting this event for a very long time, and FAKO Illinois has been a very upbeat and supportive chapter of our organization. We would like to say thank you so much to the members of FAKO Minnesota for putting on this event. It's been amazing so far, and definitely we're looking forward to the rest of the weekend. Once again, we say thank you so much, and let's get it going.
Hi everyone. My name is Buea. I am speaking on behalf of FAKO America Youth. We want to first of all thank FAKO Minnesota for hosting this beautiful convention. We appreciate your hard work and all of the detail of what is having us here. Thank you for your hospitality so far, and we're looking forward to the rest of the convention and having a spectacular weekend. So thank you.
My name is Samuel Belamanga. I am the seventh leader of FAKO Houston. We are very proud to be here today in the presence of our King, Chief Dr. Esuka Endely, and our fellow brothers and sisters from all the other chapters. 3 years we've been incapacitated. We're all excited to come here, and we're so thankful to God for giving us this energy to be part of Minnesota. FAKO Houston is represented, and we're happy. Thank you, Minnesota, for all the things that you've done to keep us happy.
On behalf of my chapter, these are my chapter members here. Thank you all for being here, for Washington. We thank Minnesota for this beautiful convention. We hope to enjoy very well. We did not just fly here to come and just sit, so we are very ready for the weekend. Thank you so much.
Hey, Dubai! Come here! Hello everybody, I'm Mola Mongombe, VP of FAKO DC. I want to greet our paramount chief who is still up there. It is a pleasure to be in his presence. I want to thank FAKO Esuka for this wonderful organization. We hope everybody will continue to have a wonderful time and that will celebrate culture and get to speak our Buea language. Hey, Dubai!
Let's go, follow, next. Oh yeah, Minnesota. If you're not belonging to a prayer, join the membership right now. Hey. Yes, and you go. These are people not easy. Papa, yeah.
When you take picture of them, hashtag FAKO America Youth on social media, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. Wait. They're just 5 years old if you don't know. This is their new uniform. That's the princess Momonia. The king is dancing. My people, please, help me and welcome my brother, my friend, our artist from Buea, Mola Mongombe, please.
Mongo, mongo. Hey. Yambe male, oh yambe male, oh yambe, oh yambe male, oh yambe sake, oh yambe, kanda, oh yambe male, oh yambe male, yambe sake, yambe male, oh yambe male, yambe sake, oh yambe sake, oh yambe sake. Oh yambe male, yambe male, yambe sake, yambe male, oh yambe male, yambe sake, oh yambe, oh yambe male, yambe male, oh yambe sake, oh yambe male,
And very soon you start eating bottles. Ogo papa, I'm in Joko.
Morega, Moreke, Solewa Moreke, Moreke, Ema Moreke, Solewa. What was it? Duba, Sanda, Moreke, Moreke, Chale, Moreke, Manenge, Duba, Angamene Mola. Oh my God, Dangamo. Oh Rakamo. Rakamola. Are you ready?
Wala buwan.
I'm very happy to see all of you here, and I'm glad that you are here to make this a great event. One, this is what I think. I want to start by seeing the past of this organization, the present, and the future. Those are three things that I'm looking at. In the past, we've seen how things have been done. It means we've seen how people come in and leave the organization. It means we've seen not good accounting of our finances. It means we've seen a lot of things back home not being done properly. It means we've seen even not taking care of our own people here. That's what has been in the past, in a nutshell. Now, right now, presently, we've tried as much as possible to do all the things that we've implemented and put in place. It means we have financial controls that we have around our financial reporting. It means we have...
It is time to make FAKO America inclusive. I mean, everybody needs to be part of this great organization. And this is my plan from day one. I'm going to reach out to all the chapter presidents. I'm going to reach out to all the former presidents. I'm going to reach out to all the founding members so we can come together. 2 days ago, the paramount chief stood here and said we need numbers. The project he wants to do, we cannot do it without numbers. We need numbers, and we need constant numbers for everybody to put our heads together so that we can achieve one goal.